Alright, let's see if that got us online. Alright, looks like it did. Hello, everyone. It's a happy Saturday slash Sunday, wherever part of the world you may be from. It's a happy weekend, I'll suppose. Seems like chat is already live there. Sorry for the little bit of delay. Some last minute stuff came up there that I needed to help out with, but now we're on and we're ready to get raring. So let me get some music, set up a couple of the other stuff there while we let everyone else matriculate in. I've been listening to the Gaming Ambiance channel for last bit here. It's really nice. That time of the week, yep, as always, Shiono. And you're here to be able to tell me it's that time of the week, which is always beautiful. Alright. Let me go ahead and get Twitch started as well. Okay. Looks good. Oh wow, it's Twitchception, guys. Check it out. Okay, let me dip out of there before it gets too crazy. You will actually keep cascading in the Twitchception if you let it continue. That's how funny that is. Hey Josh, how's it been, bud? It's been going pretty good. Hey Chaos Breaker, Ant-Man. Hey Noel. Love seeing everyone's lovely faces here today. We've gotten ourselves a fine group these days, eh? We're finally making me got justice sucks that Erica can shorten the stick. Yeah, I know, right? It feels like for every step forward, there's a step backwards, but I mean, I get it. Relatively speaking, Etika has like more to prove. So I honestly get why she's struggling the way that she is, but sheesh, dude. It is pretty sad to see her fall like that. Alright. So, how many people lost their bets about Megami? B-Day's in top 8 now. Yeah, that actually does seem to be the case, right, Kirito? So if it's B-Day and now and not Etika, wow. That would be probably the biggest surprise. I know a lot of people, well, next to everyone who thought Suzune was going to make top cut, because I think it was going to be Megami and Suo all along that were going to make top cut. Thus, the cost of equivalent exchange. Oh, frick. Can you add me to the wheel? I have 3 spots. Yep. All right. Let's get down to business, shall we? Let's get some wheel going. Spins a wheel. Oh yeah, you can see Spike Brothers wallpaper. I lost 74 bucks. Yikes. All right. To quote El Calibra. The scale executes. Can I have wheel, kind sir? You may. Let me know how many slots you all have. I think Flareblade wanted wheel as well, if I caught up. The way Megami bared her teeth like a wolf that's cornered her prey. I think my one of my biggest waiting for the YouTube side, but no wheel for me. Gotcha. I think one of my appreciations about that fight was her actually stating flat out to Suzune that her deck has a good matchup. Oh yeah, look, Melfi Shiono, it's the ship that no one ever expected. Cool catch the stream. Yeah, what's up? Hausebreaker. House. But I need to make a card for custom dark states. I see. Okay. Anyone else gonna hop on in or correct me on slots here, or does this look about right for a wheel to start with? I guess I'll also get I'll get myself a slot in while we're at it. Jeesh. Akina or Car gonna help our Etika? Probably both. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Etika is like might crash out here, so you know the whole gang's gotta come in to be a support system for. Yeah, how many slots we got, Knock? Oh yeah, just as Joe, as I'm putting it in, Joe's like, don't forget yourself. I'm like, yep. Oh man, Youth Burk. I feel so sorry for Resilio because I love Resilio. It's just that I love Youth Burk more. Well, having said that, Resilio has always treated me better in terms of success, I think. Although I don't know, maybe it's just relative at the end of the day, right? Like they're similar. It's to kind of quote Nabs there. That part of her character has always been there, so that's fair. You think after 8 episodes they show a proper Suo duel SMH? They're waiting. They are waiting, and I think one of the reasons why they're waiting is because they want Suo to come out in a big way with Nexus, and it's good. Like, oh my God, look at this insane fight, and it's the same reason why Megami and Rika also got off screens. They're just waiting. And I think that's the reason why they're showing, they wanted to show the new cards. They wanted to show where everyone was at. So for people who are not going to get new retrains, they gave them fights early, or they wanted to like show us the set 7 stuff, right? Set 8 decks had to wait for a while. And in this case, Akina has a little bit from set 7 and 8, so he's just going to kind of get the fights either way. Resilio's not getting too much support right now. But as for, like, let's look at Mide, for instance, right? Mide was a set 7 deck for her retrain for Boss Saga, right? You know, bless. And she got a fight early, and now she's not going to have other on-screen fights, it seems like, until Top Cut. But by comparison, you look at Magnolia, and Magnolia was a set 8 retrain, which is why Megami gets off-screened initially while they buy time for set 8 to start getting its proper release schedule in order, and then they show us. Same thing with Rika. Rika's also having that. Etika isn't getting anything too major in set 7 or 8. The only thing she got was like set 7 support, so they gave her a fight early, but they're going to start off-screening her now. So to me, that seems to be what their system is right now. It's based on their support release schedule. I will probably root for Akina since I play Resilio more than Youth Burk, but I feel there's writing on the wall for Akina. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just like it is going to be with if Megami can win this fight, which I mean, I totally believe she's going to win this fight. I think also narratively speaking, Akina losing to Rika is just as strong narrative-wise, if not stronger. So versus Sek is going to be a bloodfest. Yeah, that's not even going to be like, let's be real, that's an off-screen. That's an off-screen. Let's accept Etika is just trash for real. Oh, yikes, bro. You make me want to play Leo Lamorta now. Watch when Akina 6 damage to Griffin card Kagetsu game. Nah, dude. No. See, Ant-Man, he's going to do that crap, but it's not going to be against Rika. He's going to do that crap against Kagetsu himself. See, Akina, you know, had a loss against Kagetsu, but you know, he's been learning, he's been doing good, right? He's developing, he's trying out new strategies, but let's be real. It hasn't really been that painful of a learning curve for him, right? He hasn't really fallen at all. So he's gonna need the Skyfall Knight to make him take that big plunge, and when he crashes out minorly, he's gonna need to see those other fights to bring him back up, and then he's gonna embolden himself to fight Kagetsu, right? That's, to me, how he's going to prove himself to the Griffin. I don't think the Griffin approves his hot streak just yet. So I don't think it's going to come into play against Rika at all. How will the games be played if I asked to join? Since Iceland doesn't have any IRL CFE, so I was just wondering if it'd be a CFA Ring Pro. So if you were to join, it would be on an app called Untap. So let me go ahead and I actually have a little tab up there for it. So this is what it's called, untap.in. Akina will beat Kagetsu and win the lucky draw. Well, if Akina beats Kagetsu, then it would be him and Rika, I would imagine, right? Although that's if Kagetsu winning. So if Kagetsu beats Kuon, which is, you know, probably what's going to happen here, then that's where, yeah, the raffle comes up. And if that is how they're doing it, they're going to do raffle. Then we're going to see him and Rika, and I think Kagetsu's going to be taken out. Yeah, Overtrigger and Rikers. Nah, dude, everyone's like, but protagonists, but plot. I'm like, guys, think about the more integral plot. Think about how the writers would want this to happen, right? And that's why Magnolia wins. So you think the Magnolia is a disappointment, brother? I don't know about that. I don't know. The reason why I think that, now I could see if it's a disappointment because he feels a little too derivative of Elder and it just power creeps Elder, because I can see it's a little disappointing. But I also think it's so practical for Magnolia. Magnolia really needed that. Now, if it doesn't get a grade increase like Nabs was talking about in the reaction, then I can definitely see where it kind of sucks, because Banaspati was an amazing support card and it's not going to get its full value in the new Magnolia era. I need to re-grab it if I haven't used Untap in a hot minute. Is it gonna be standard format? It can be whatever format you build a deck for. I have a deck for every format of the game. Well, aside from the original era and the Limit Break era. So let me clarify. I have every deck from Break Ride era upwards. I'm gonna use Magnolia Mask and New Magnolia. Yeah, I mean, it's fair, right? You could definitely use that, Luke. I think a lot of people have been thinking about that. Magnolia Mask is still insane, because I think that's another reason why I like this Magnolia, Andrew, is that it's not meant to be your end-all be-all finisher. It's meant to be a very nice first ride to give you more like consistent good offense. It's a replacement for the original Magnolia. It's not a replacement for at least Magnolia Mask. It might be a replacement for Elder, I'm not gonna lie. But that's why it has the 5k, the intercept, its attacks are based on the opponent's grades. It's a very stable card. So I actually think this is really good for Magnolia. Magnolia is gonna love having that card. It's such a quality of life improvement. Alrighty. I think we got just about everything here, so let me go ahead and give ourselves a couple of spins, eh? See who's our first matchup on the block. All right, Joey coming in hot here. Makes sense. Man got 3 slots here. It shows the apple, so Patriarch plus Mass is possible. Yep. Micah has to win. He has a goal to surpass Michido. Becomes Slim. Yeah, and he needs that. He really needs that to happen. Like 100%. Oh, hey. Oh, what the frick? Jesus, I swear, every time. That's when Melfi says viewer versus viewer, let's up and go. Okay, now let me go ahead and shoot another spin. So we're going to determine who's the match after this one. Looks like it's going to be Chaos Breaker. All right, so Chaos Breaker's probably going to whip out some of his tried and true customs. Who's going to have to face off against them, though? Oh, Flare Blade, nice. Who's Jish? It's me, unfortunately. Versus Flare Blade. All right. Your name is Jish. Yeah, that was the, it was the, I guess, derogatory nickname that I received in high school. A lot of my friends called me that for some reason. All right, let me go ahead and make the room. I wonder what Joey's going to challenge me in. Joey plays a lot of different ones. Entering stream, add me to the wheel for 1 slot. You bet, Ray. Do 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 do. Alrighty, Joey. Rate this custom nation. Sailor Moon. I rate it 90s out of 10. Okay. Name the format, Joey. Joey Wheeler. 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. At least he rated him higher than his deck. Can we do V? Bet. Revival? Fighter. Let me go ahead and let's see, he's typing up right there. Let me go ahead and switch up music while he's doing that. talking about next tourney. You know the tournament started, New Year Revival using Messiah, maybe. Okay, yeah. You definitely then wait for set 9 and 10 there, because oh Luke, there's going to be a lot of support cards for a lot of decks. My comment above was agreeing with you. It's Monaka is easy ride. Yeah, I agree. He I think Rika is going to challenge him in a better way. He definitely needs that kind of challenge, because Rika plays hard. He needs to find a player who really has that strong results mentality, right? Not because he needs to accept both sides. He needs to accept that it's not just about like, oh, I play for fun or I play for passion. It's also a matter of I do play because I strive to be the best I can possibly be, right? He hasn't fought a hardliner yet. Okay, so let me go ahead and play a V Revival deck. What do I want to play today? What are we feeling, chat? What kind of deck? Elden Ring makes Skyrim. So, like, the lore of Elden Ring, but it's on, like, Skyrim. Dude. Thought it was my turn. Why would you think it was your turn, man? 7 Cs, Gabriel. I don't even have 7. Okay, admittedly, I didn't build 7 Cs. Admittedly, I don't have that one. You know what? Screw it. Let me play Glendios. This one was hardly impacted by V Revival. Alright, I'll roll a 17. First for me. Ooh. Put one back. I was about to say you could use my list. Well, you know what? If anyone else wants to like do V Revival stuff, I could try to like also take lists. I was about to suggest Seal Dragons. I guess I picked a little early then. On the bright side, I got a really good hand with this. All I need is my main Vanguard and we're good to go. Good luck, have fun. Stand up. Vanguard. Micro Hole Draco Quito. Okay, so the sleeves weren't allied. My guy is playing Metal Burke. Not bad. Let's draw. I'll ride. Star Vader. Rubidium. Draw an additional card. And then look at the top 7 cards of the deck and add up to 1 reverse unit from them to the hand. I'll shuffle up. Then I call Star Vader, World Line Dragon, activating skill. I Soul Blast 1 and discard Spectral Dupe Dragon reverse from the hand. Look at the top 7 cards of the deck and add up to 2 Star Vader units with different card names from them. I add World Line Dragon and Rubidium to my hands. Then shuffle. I end my turn. Can you wheel? Yep. Let me go ahead and get you a slot ice. And now for everyone, after this matchup, we've got Chaos versus Flareblade. Riding into Mr. Ghost. Cool card here. Myth's Ghost was actually a pretty good precedent for V series, I found, right? And this came very late in V. Unfortunately, as a matter of fact, it was set 5 for Clan Collection, right? So it was in the very last full set for V series. But The Mist, we have in a lot of our V Revival card design, what we like to call the Mist Coast clone. So what it entails is it has a placed on ban or rear skill to look at the top 5 cards of the deck and add an archetype thing to hand. Then, if you did this effect while on rear guard, you discard. So it's a hard +1 if you're on Vanguard Circle, but if you call it after the fact, then it's a break even, but still a really good searcher. It's a really, really cool quality of life card. I think we really emulated that with a lot of the other decks. But we've mostly relegated it to Legion-esque decks because Mist Ghost was for Legion as well, and I think it's just kind of cool that they maintained that theming. But we've been branching out in other ways, right? Don't want to always do. Okay, check you later, Noah. Yeah, I know it's a little lame, but I'm a Glendios guy. I just play Glendios. That's what I do. Accidentally cloned Mist Ghost. Min ghosted me, my Kogeki. Ooh! You're playing the break ride? Oh. Oh, Homer. I didn't know you were playing the break ride. How's my Twitch progress going? I'm glad you asked. I'm at 31 followers, so we're 19 left from the goal. We're doing really good, guys. I mean, considering that in Twitch, I don't get like a lot of folks joining. I mean, this is really helpful. I just want to be able to like do the simultaneous with the both of y'all, right? And that means I can get like both viewers. So everyone who's been helping me grow is awesome. But it's order comes to destination. Gotcha. Drew. Okay, damn, we are getting every grade 3 except the one we want, and I'm about to continue that trend by writing to Magnet Hollow and activating skill of Starvader Magnet Hollow. I search the deck for any reverse unit of my choice and add it to my hands. And from among them, let's see, so I just got my avatar, and I just discarded my other favorite. You know what? Let's add... Actually, no. I always have a system for this. Where's Maelstrom? Yeah, I go Raging, Dupe, Maelstrom, Anmon, Rebirth. Shuffle up. Okay. And now it's time to call down a field. Twitching out. I played the Apocalyptic Choir theme. Played when was... Oh, are we already on that? You know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and... Let me go ahead and play something a little bit different. I'm playing... Let's play Revolver's theme. Now, call. Start Vida. Would line the dragon. With skill, I Soul Blast and discard a card from my hand. We'll go for Grapha Reverse. Search the top 7 cards of the deck and add up to 2 Starvaders with different card names. Let's hope this one's a little bit more favorable than last time. I add Magnet Hollow, and I also add Starvader Photon. And yes, I can assure you guys, I am in fact playing a Glendios deck. Like, I have 4 Glendios, he's just not popped up yet. Okay, now, I move this back and make room for Starvader Photon. Now, with Companion Starvader Photon skill, when it's placed on the Vanguard rear guard circle, if I have a Starvader, I can discard 1 card from my hand, and then the opponent chooses a rear guard and lock it. But since the opponent doesn't have one, I'm able to instead draw a card and give one of my units, Vanguard specifically, an extra 5,000 power, as long as they have a grade equal to or less than the opponent. I can't get the power, but I can still try to tutor out for the draw. So now I'll discard Vowing Saber Reverse and draw 1 card. Calling Magnet Hollow and Craven Claw. Attack for 18 on the Vanguards. Oh yeah, I know, Daniel. It's just like kind of it prompted me to still make one of my own. Ah, there it is. This is B series Udbuster. Now, activating skill. Starvader Craven Claw. Since the attack hit, I look at the top 5 cards of the deck. This is my last chance to get Glendios. Ah, crap. Where the heck is Glendios? Like, no matter what, no matter where. Like, I have 32. No. Crap, I'm about to whiff. I'm about to whiff. Glendios. Add it back to the hand. Let's see. And then I've got to attack with Companion Starvader Worldline in support. Attack for 18k again. We'll go 18. Guards that one. Okay. And now let's attack for 18k. It's deep in the deck. I know, dude. It sucks. Sucks. Okay. Maybe I could drive check a heal or a crit or a draw to try and dig. Oh, there you are. Oh, wow. It's like I raised this guy. Okay, now I'm set up. Over to you. Okay, it took me burning all by riding your avatar without the effect, maybe, or will a miracle arrive? So the miracle appears, yeah. You're right, though. I was about to have to just straight up ride Raging Reverse, just flat out. Protag powers still work. We checked the database and it's still online. It's not banned yet. Die Dragon. Ooh, now this is a bit retro relative to V series. Top card of the deck. I know. After all the searches, he had to spite me and say, I'll make you with this drive check, but you're gonna get me. Let me go ahead and refresh it real quick, like I was saying, because I think I'm not looking at the damage done properly. There we go. Looks proper. All right. So my guy has 2 damage versus my 1. Oh, okay. So he's entering combat. He's got Die Brave and support. All right, and he's attacking my Vanguard. Now, Die Brave has an on-hit scale, but I've got to let this one through. I shouldn't stop that. All right. Damage check. Hey, Zirconium, what's up? And now Die Brave skill, moves to soul and draw. So he's playing around Gladios pretty well so far. I'm gonna have to put in my best effort just to try and get these locks going. All right, now let me go ahead and show off a little bit of combo potential that I can do. Stando no draw. Okay, so we've got some resources on our hand, but not too much. Calling a reverse unit this turn isn't going to matter because there's not any units to lock. Therefore, ride. Starvader, Omega Glendiose. Imaginary gift, Fossa 1. On this rear circle. Okay. And now, from my hand, I call Starvader Zirconium. Sorry, Magna Hollow, you now retreat. Activating skill of Zirconium. When do I get it? you're getting there, I'd imagine. Counterblast 1. The opponent looks at the top card of their deck and locks it to the front or back row. If they lock it to the back row, however, Zirconium gets 10,000 power, and I draw a card. So he's got choices. He locks to the front row. Okay. In which case, Zirconium isn't going to get any more power. So I'll just give it to 10,000 power from the marker. And we'll leave it at that. Now, Starvita, Omega Glendiosis, skill, Hatsu. Soul Blast. I take a reverse unit from the drop zone and Bindo. My first bind will be Spectral Dupe Dragon, Rivasu. Omega Loki. Now, at the end of your next turn, you can't flip up your cards. Battle phase. We'll go 28 on the Vanguard. Ooh, defensive. Okay. That could hurt, but he also had to give me Craving Claws on attack skill or on hit skill in order to make this happen. Yeah, I'll shoot that OST for the for Joey's turn here. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck and add one to the hand. I'll do Omega Glendios to the hand. I think it's this channel's theme, and it's a good one. Shoot, even Nexus Core was making like a joke about it, right? Might get a game. Okay, yeah. If you want to save that for the next stream, you got it. You still have the free one, so whenever you want to invoke it, Genesis, you just let me know, and I will honor it. So now, Companion Starvator Photon is going to swing, and yeah, I know, it's a whiff, but there's a reason for it. Now, attack with support. 21k on the Vanguard with Twin Drive. Gotcha. Twin, the first and the second. No triggers. Activating skill of Starvator Photon. At the end of the battle that my Starvator attacked, if the opponent has a lock card, I can place it on the bottom of the deck to choose one of my Starvator rear guards and return it back to the hands. Photon goes to the bottom of the deck, and I return back to my hand Worldline Dragon. I pass turn. What'd you all think of that right there? I like Photon as a card. That's a cool card. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some Divines OST. So I think I heard Fate's Turn, right, as a request. Go for it. And now he rides. Original Saver 0. Imaginary Gift Force unlocked. Now, not a lot of people know what 0 does. This is a pretty strong one. So losing rear guards won't hurt much. Agreed, Luke. This matchup is honestly kind of 50-50 right now. I'm going to have to play pretty hard in order to figure out what Joey's going to do here. So, Joey has Original Saver 0. Now, this Break Ride skill allows him that whenever he attacks from the VC or when it's rode upon, to Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, draw a card, and then one of my units has its power become 0. So I know, kind of Blankmeyer in a way, but not in the same way that Blankmeyer did it. Then, when Original Saber 0 is attacked, by discarding a grade 3, he's able to reduce the critical of that unit to 0. So there's a lot of 0 symbolism with this one. Now, Original Saber 0 skill is going to activate here. Original Saber 0, keep in mind, is 0 power, but thanks to the force marker, it's effectively a 10k attack, and now 18k because of Die Brave's boost. Okay. And if I let this hit, he's going to be able to do the effect again. No matter. I'll let it go through. Okay. I'm hyped because my next round tourney since Libs had me sweating. Oh, you were fighting Libs? Dude, I fought against Yasuie, and that was a pretty fun match, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, first check. Okay, so I'm gonna draw. Good. Draw trigger helped me out. It's a pretty slow game thus far. Neither him and I have really made any big moves. We're having to think around what each other can bring to the table here. Thankfully, Original Saber 0 doesn't offer too much pressure against me. It's more of a setup card than anything. But that defensive skill can be quite annoying. Stand and draw. Ride. Start of Veda. Omega Glendiose. Imaginary Gift. Fossil 1. On the other circle. Okay. Calling. Zirconium. What's more, activating Zirconium's skill. Now, are you gonna lock to the front row or the back row this time? I was maimed, folded sideways, and pierced torso by Revenge, especially Mortar Phantom. I bet. Yep. Even if he tries to give an open field, because of Zirconium, I can still force locks. Now, where's this one gonna go? All right. In which case, I draw a card and give 10,000 power to Zirconium. Let's call... Craven Claw. I dismiss Worldline Dragon and call Rubidium. And we'll do it in this order, to be exact. Yeah, this is better. Cool. Now, because of the skill of my Zirconium, we're going to get an extra critical for my Glendiose as long as there's a lock card on the opponent's at grade 3 or greater. Okay. Now, Star de Vida, Omega Glendiose, skill, Hatsuo. I Soul Blast 1. Will bind Bowing Saber reverse from the drop zone. Omega Loki. Ike. Glendiose. Attack with support. This is going to be 31k with 2 crits on the Vanguard. And note once more, Original Saber 0 is at 0 power. Seven force markers into turn 4, indeed. Should have been me, Boring, not you to fight. Well, I mean, hey, that just means that we can encounter each other in the later stages, right? I mean, round 1 is cool, but imagine if it was like round 5. That'd be even sicker. First check. Okay. Draw trigger. Draw 1 card. Second check. No trigger. attack original saber 0. This is going to be for 28 on 0. So he'll go straight into to block grade 3 or greater, or will Brad Black it. Brad Blacking it would be pretty insane. Okay, he guards. In which case, 38 is next. Okay, let this one hit. Ooh, Lionetter. There we go. Lionetter is a really good ride target, but we're past that point now. Activating skill of Craving Claw. Since the attack hit, look at the top 5 cards of the deck and add a Starvader to the hands. What do we got? I added the Starvader Omega Glendiosa to the hands. Pass the turn over to you. Original Saver 0. He's got a lot of options with this unit. But which ones he's gonna pick? Okay, he's riding. Okay, straight into the Udabuster, just like we were talking about, Crazy. Alright, now Original Saver 0 is going to activate once more. My Vanguard's going to become 0 power. He draws a card. And now with skill of Udabuster, can search for, for Sin Buster, we'll search Udabuster and call to the rearguard circle when placed. This one's pretty delightfully, simple, right? This is a dead-ass 3+1, which is cool. But it didn't really have to be much more. When play, Soul Blast 1, choose an opponent's rearguard to retire and it gets 10,000 power. Now, which one is he going to pick? Zirconium? Alright. However, Udabust is going to stay there. So after this turn, that's it. That's basically where their offense is, dead now. Because I can just keep it to just their Vanguard. Yep, I got you a slot in, Boring. Should have been me, Boring, not you, nor Genesis. Should have been me. It's kind of warming my heart that everyone wants to fight me, though. I would imagine, especially since, we've been doing more viewer lately, more people have been itching to fight specifically me. Boring, this is amped to fight as me. We all are, I think. Fighter. Okay, Joey, want to call anything else, or is this your whole offense? Ah, here we go. Die Brave. Okay, so Die Brave can Soul Blast 1 to give the Vanguard 5k power. He's doing everything he can to make sure that this can connect. Ooh, Quilt. Fascinating. Discarding Quilt, and then when the Vanguard attacks, it's 30k or greater, CB to draw. Okay, so you're using it as a way to counterblast for draw power. Okay. Sin Buster is huge now. Sin Buster's gonna be swinging for 48. Okay, here it comes. Quilt skill. Can counterblast one and draw a card. Perhaps one of the nice X factors about Quilt as a card is that that this counterblast is not once per turn. So if you're ever using a multi-attack deck like Brad Black, you can technically do it multiple times. Okay. Conzengardo. As this is a grade 0 card, I'll be able to guard this attack. Let's discard Rolled Line Dragon from my hand. Die Brave. Ooh, a heal trigger. Okay, that's good for him. Give me that wheel, coach. You bet. I think you had 2 slots, right? Okay, he's up to 9 cards. Alright, attacking Glendios again. Yeah, that would be too tough to guard. I'll take it. Ooh, I had my own heal trigger. Okay, that's huge. Oh, man. That's also just classic, right? Opponent healing means you heal too. Okay. Recover a damage. Power to my Omega Glendiosi. I think that's it. Okay, now this is where it gets severe. Let me show y'all what I can do. Stando no throw. Perfect. Raido. Star of Veda. Omega Glendiosi. Imagine I get Fossil 1 to the other circle now. Activating skill of Star Vader Craving Claw. I move into the soul. I choose this lock card to unlock, and in exchange, that card is now locked in exchange. And just like that, you're down to 1 attack. Ah, original saver 0. Yeah, that one's not going to help here. Next, I call Revenger, Raging Full Dragon, Reverse. Skill activates. Once per turn, when I call a reverse unit, I can lock one of your rear guards. I lock Die Brave. Triangle lock achieved. Now it's only a matter of time before the end. And then, Soul Blast. I bind Udagriafa Reverse. Omega Loki. Once more, those won't be locking until the end of your next turn after this upcoming one. And then if that wasn't enough, call Companion Star Vader Photon. Soul Blast, sorry, not Soul Blast, one, discard a card. Let's discard World Line Dragon. And by doing that, you choose one of your rear guards and lock it. So you got either Quilt or Original Saber 0. I bet I know which one you're going to choose. Okay. And now, because you have, well, more than sufficient lock cards for this, I'll be able to get an extra critical for my Starvado Mega Glendiosi. Okay. Time for battle. Starvida. Photon. Attack you. That'll be for 20 on your Vanguard. Put me on the wheel? Sure. Ah, another heal trigger. Too bad for me. Oh well. But, no matter. Attack with support. Yeah, they've been healing non-stop, but it's fine. I have an alternative win condition in mind. They can heal all they want. It won't stop the end of the world. Okay. Craving Chrono skill. Alright. Shuffle. Now, attack. Starvida. Omega Glendiosi. Another PG for that one. Okay, no triggers. Now, at the end of that battle, I'm going to bot deck Photon and return Zirconium to my hands. End turn. You got one more chance at this, Joey. What you gonna do? Screw it, final turn. Okay, riding another Sin Buster. Cool. I agree, Ray. Calling Udbester. All right. Okay. Sinbuster just blocked PGs in general. Yeah, probably would have been a little more useful. Thankfully, in V Revival, Sinbuster ironically gets a buff. Soul Blast 1 and give. Ah, I see your plan. But it won't delay the end of the world. Not when I already returned Zirconium back to my hands. Okay. Oh. Oh, he's just doing this. He's constantly overcalling and Soul Blasting to get more power. Sure. Let's see. And as for me, we're looking okay. Okay. No guard it. Go ahead. Power to Vanguard. And no trigger. And there it is. Now. Yep. My move. Let's begin. Stand on the draw. Let's begin in earnest, shall we? With skill. Overcall. Mesta Rivase. Skill. Lucky. Bye. You're not giving up. Good, good. That's how I like it. Now, let's call. Rubidium. And then, skill. Omega Loki. Once more. Bind. And then I end my turn. Yeah, I agree, Luke. It would be sad if I got a heal, so I won't even attack. There's nothing else you can do. Yeah, remember, if you're in this position, guys, you don't have to attack. This is pure evil. Concentrado. Discard. Amon reverse. Oh, hey, look. It's a heal trigger. And now, the end of the world! Stando, ando draw! At the beginning of the main phase, since I have 5 more cards in the damage zone, and you have 5 lock cards, ultimate break! The world ends. World break. GG's. That's it. That's how you tech surprise die, Kaiser. Well done. And that is how we play Glendios. You're revealing the hand. Let's see. Ah, okay. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't have anything to do against that at that point. It was just a tough matchup all around. I was holding on to a lot of these. Wait, the guy ends there. The game just ends. Yep, exactly. With Omega Gladios' ultimate break, Melfi, at the beginning of your main phase, if you have 5 or more cards in your damage zone and the opponent has 5 or more locked cards, you win the game. It says you win the game. It's an alternative win condition. And that's why I didn't attack last turn, because I didn't want to randomly hit a heal trigger and turn off my ultimate break. It's freaking beautiful. Good thing, too, because I just ran out of souls, so I only had this turn to do it. That would have been really embarrassing, not being able to do it, and then suddenly I don't have soul, everything unlocks, he beats me up next turn, it'd be really bad. What was your top 2? Yeah, out of curiosity, right? Out of curiosity, what were my top 2? Okay, so it wouldn't even mattered for me, it looks like. I still would have been fine, but hey, you know, it's still good I played safe. Alrighty, well, that ends that first round. Let's go ahead and move on over. Thank you for the good game, Joey. It's a good start. I'll hold up the lobby here, and now next up it's going to be Flareblade versus Kaos. I think Glendios would be more akin to a Destiny board win con. Yeah, I mean both Destiny board and Exodia involve like an increment of 5 win condition, and this one just like is double that, right? 5 damage and 5 lock cards. Go figure, right? I guess 5 is the best number. Huh. You know, now that you think about it, 5's also my favorite number. I hope that doesn't say anything bad about me. That would be unfortunate if so. Okay, let's see. Who hopped on in? Chaos Breaker? Okay, now we just need to wait for Flareblade. So, now after that, let's see who's going to be popping on in for round 3. Ah, okay. Nodote, you've got round 3, and let's see who you're fighting against. Nodote versus Manikuru, if they're there. And now, let's have the lobby update real quick. Why doesn't it insist I'm still in there? That's fun. Ah, there we go. So that was a heck of a game to start things off with, eh? Huh. Why did I? Oh, I guess the lobby just disappeared. All right. Is Flareblade there? They might not be there. You're still here? Oh, okay. I was thinking between 2 decks, a choice, other was Zeal. Ah, okay, both are kind of ooh. Alright. In which case, let me go ahead and make the lobby for everyone again, since I think that one just kind of disappeared. So let me just go ahead and make the lobby for y'all. Meow. 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 Alright, there's Flareblade. Was base of games. Okay. Now I'll join in as a spectator, and Chaos Breaker can head on in. Ah. Did not expect to get immediately picked for this, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have, though. Buddy fight reference. Buddy fight. Not buddy fight. Do, 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 do. My Dran Dragger's blade broke. Oh, that's sad. I'm not in the mood for standard these days. I don't want to pass up a fight, even if it might be customs. Yeah, I can sense why. Standard's a little, eh. That's why I've been retreating back to V a lot. What a way to start the stream. Yeah, I know, immediately start with just a freaking world end. Can I be added to the wheel again? Is that not possible? Yeah, not possible. When someone gets picked for the stream, then you just start over, starting next stream. I try not to do double dips unless, for whatever reason, there's basically no one else in stream. And in which case, then, yeah, I can do double dips. But we got a lot of people here, so I couldn't do that again. It wouldn't be fair to everyone else, after all. Okay. So, we've got Les Costumes d'Ic. Okay. Let it be. What's your hand? Just gotta simultaneously dox everyone to stop watching the stream so you can have one-on-one with your fave streamer. Jesus, dude. That would be a... And I'm not even gonna lie, like, I am not worthy of that. Why would all these souls be taken just for little old me, man? Oh, okay, Flare Blade, Drajuro. Shoot. Flare Blade gets to go first with Dragul. That's basically the dream right there. That's exactly what this deck wants. Yeah, I know, right? Both of them starting off pretty strong. Okay, so Flare Blade starts. Discards Ignis from the hand, which already is an immediate tell about having multiples. No one discards Ignis unless they have a multiple. Da, 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 da. Time to research Dimension Police. Yeah, if you want to know how Dimension Police and V plays, like, let me just tell you, Melfi, there are a lot of very interesting ways to empower your Vanguard. That's the main thing about it. And in addition to that, probably one of the most powerful points about this deck is that you have more than one way to get Vanguard multi-attack under, like, a bajillion power, right? For instance, you have Enigma Storm and Brad Black, which Enigma Storm Brad Black is probably the most popular way to play a Dimension Police, along with D-Robos, right? So both of those decks have a triple Vanguard multi-attack. Please play Showdown Begins. But I'm vibing to this. Maybe next one. Do, 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 do. Are these matches using the new reveals? No, they're not. So we're not, well, hold on a second. Which new reveals you're talking about? Because if you're talking about, like, the ones for Dragul, then yeah, they are. Because we got Lithosagura and stuff in it. I just want to scream, Dayusha, you know? Oh, okay. Then, you can play D-Rebel. They have, Grito Dayusha. And also Dai, Kai, Za. Yeah, we're using him. I wonder how many of the fights the anime is going to show after the one between Raika and Akina. I don't want to drop. Yeah, no kidding, right? A strong mix of offense, defense pieces for consistency. Did people used to screen the robot rights in OG format IRL? If you were a big fan, yeah. Speaking of Daikaiser, it's pretty dope that his artist expressed interest in wanting to make a dimensional robot anime or an anime PV trailer. Yeah, I mean, when you make art like that, I think you've definitely got the passion for it, for sure, man. You can just like tell the love that was put into their art. Yeah, my favorite artist is always Daisuke Iizuka. I think that guy just has like an affinity for some of the most badass designs in all of card gaming. There's just no way this guy just doesn't make like the coolest crap. Which, I mean, of course, I'm partial to him as well because he designed Raging Form Dragon. He was the illustrator for that one. Like, basically all the Raging Forms have been a Daisuke Iizuka original. Which is beautiful. Okay, so Jewel Core went in for an attack, and then he's attacking with Jewel Neal next. So going more horizontal in his offense and vertical. We know how much you love that Raging Form. God, dude. Yeah, I love every Raging Form. Raging Form is the coolest Vanguard in all of Vanguard. It is the peak of the series. And you want to... Especially, I heard that Daikaiser's big, brave, have been to smash shit, so this guy's right left. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I didn't even know about that one. That's cool. Shoot, like, y'all want to see what Peakus, like, the Peakus peak looks like? Like, there's so many Raging Form Dragons that I just love, dude. Like... Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and type in Raging here, right? And we're gonna specifically do Shadow Paladin because there's other stuff there. Shift Golf, bro. Okay. So this is where we start with the beginning, right? Already with the beginning, we've got such a sick artwork, right? Like he's got the purple flame in his hand. His halberd is insanely sick. By the way, that's a halberd. If you guys didn't know, that's not a sword, it's a halberd. And he's got like this coat, and what's cool about the coat is he has like this fur on it, right? So it's got like this sort of like Nordic look to it. And then holy crap, right? Like after that, you go all the way down here to Raging Wrapped. And Raging Wrapped is just insane. Let me look up, there's a non-erotic, yeah, here we go. This SP gives you more of his artwork. Like, he's a Phoenix Dragon. People don't know this, he's a Phoenix. He's a Phoenixian dragon, Phoenixian Nordic dragon. It's an insane mix of different, like, there you go, guys, Iizuka. Like, it's an insane mix of different aesthetics that are going on here. I don't know how this guy does it. Now this one right here, now it's not my favorite artwork, but what I like about this Raging Form is that you can clearly see the weapon he uses, right? Like now you can tell that this is a pole arm. This isn't just a sword. Even though he's strong enough to use it as a sword, which is, you know, definitely cool, right? Raps if he was a Saiyan and went Super Saiyan. Yeah, for real. And what I like about him is that Raging Form Dragon was the first of its kind, right? Raging Form Dragon allowing for a superior persona ride, right? because he took the idea of Persona Blast in a different direction. Rather than just blast it for a restand, he just simply rewrites. And rewriting initially was weaker than restanding, right? Rewriting, because you didn't have force markers back then or persona rights or anything like that. So as a result, rewriting just basically reset your power level, and you also had to retire 3 rear guards and get another raging form for it. So it asks for so much cost, but I think it's just badass, right? Because you have to sacrifice everything to get this power, right? Oh yeah, this is a much more clear version of the image here, right? That they got. This was the retrain one that came with the premium deck set Revenger. You see more of his art here, and you can kind of see the pole arm a little bit more. It's definitely illustrating the full. And then we get to the most peak art. This is the best raging form art, dude. Look at this crap. Look at this. This is insane. The only thing about this art that like isn't great is that this definitely looks like he's using a sword, right? But my god, dude, they took the purple flame and let it generate into like the eye of the vortex for like a reddish flame, which really cascades with the coat that's also just like flipping in the vortex. And then you've got the blue clashing with the red, and you got the lightning swirling. It's so cool. And you can only ride once per turn and break ride raging form. Right, you only got the one. Well, not really a retrain because they didn't change raging form's ability in the deck set. Yeah, not really a retrain. It's more I guess just a remake. They just like redesigned the text box and stuff like that. So I suppose you could say they redid it. But this one also technically has like different wordings to it, so you can kind of call it a retrain, but you know, that's only technically. It functions the same way as the original. It even has Lord, funnily enough. They kept Lord. Even though by this point that's a completely useless clause, because Lord is also just a game rule. You can't run more than just your clan now. Thanks again for Royal Paladin and Shadow Paladin were the cause for that, by the way. They're the reason. Now, then you got the last raging form to talk about. This is Raging Reverse. Now, let me see where his he has a particular art. There we go. So this is a reverse art, right? Now, I know a lot of people like this one, right? They like the white makeover of him and also just his pit. And one thing I like about this, right, the particular 2V ones is when you compare them, this one they're like mirrored of each other, but they're also opposites. This one is a more warrior-like raging form who is focused on using his weapon, and he's just kind of charging up his energy attack in the back, which, by the way, that's how raging form killed all of his enemies in the anime. He had 3 fights, he won them all, and the way he won them was he threw a fireball at them. I know it's kind of funny, right? But he's slashing forward like he's a warrior type, but then you look over to Raging Reverse, and Raging Reverse is actually pivoting towards his magic, his swords and his sword halberds in the back, right? So it's almost kind of like he's an evil warlock now instead of an honorable warrior. It's so sick, dude. It's very vicious. And also because like the fireball is a finishing blow, he's kind of beginning with his finishing blow, so it's more brutal overall. Anyway, that's enough geeking out. We're on to Draguled, and my boy Flareblade is already setting up Blitzer and Servant Falcratia, so he's got really strong front row here. Anyway, that's me nerding out about why Raging Form is the coolest Vanguard in all of creation. Check you later, Joey. Soul Charge 2 at different grades. Yeah, see, again, this is why I say that Soul Charge 2 is such bait. Like, I don't like that Soul Charge 2 at all. So many times people lose precious cards to that Soul Charge. Flare made a mistake? What mistake did they make? He got rid of Nocturzio? That's not necessarily a mistake, I don't think. I think the reason they got rid of Nocturzio is because they'd rather prioritize the pieces here, right? They know they're playing against a control deck, so what he's probably doing is he wants Lithozagur here. He wants to get the draw from Falcratia by converting into the soul, and the next turn call another Lithozagur or another Falcratia, right? He has no grade 3 in his soul. Oh, he has no grade 3 in his soul? Oh yeah, that's a mistake then. Yeah, if I was that, then shoot, dude. Now you can't use Dragult ability. Yeah. Probably was relying on the soul charge too, then to try and get it, huh? Hello, if you're a person who is uploading your suggestive art is be deleted, your account will be banned. Thank you. Try to keep it in PG-13. Hey, what the heck? Who the hell is doing that? DP re-revival? Yeah, you bet, dude. Now, for DP, we only supported one deck, which was we remade Cosmic Hero, which is a pretty cool one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's really strange. I'm not sure. Did everyone get that message? Yeah, that warning too. Odd. Yeah, I guess the warning is just ubiquitous then. They probably just had an incident with somebody and they're just like doing it all around without having to target. Weird. Ah, whatever. I guess it figures that someone would try to abuse that system. One thing that they could have done though, Luke, that I think might have actually helped their case here is this right here. This card right here can put a card for the drop zone. So by putting in Nocturzio, he'll be able to activate Dragul's skill, just not in time. So now that I think about it, Luke, I think they didn't make a misplay. All they had to do is play Skill of Volcracia to get Nocturzio in there. And then after that, they'll be able to get Draguled to swing. And I think the only reason why this could have been like a bit better is if he was going second, because that's when you can activate it. So now he's a little late for it, unfortunately. So that might have been where the misplay was, is the discard was well-intentioned. He just didn't think about the conditions behind it. Yeah, I agree, Luke. That's the thing that makes this sad, is it's well-intentioned, but it's not optimal at this stage. He has to attack grade 3. Yep, already mentioned that. Only Gallop support? Well, yeah, although Gallop support Cosmic Heroes, you can still blend in some stuff. Like, for instance, you can blend in Original Saber Zero into it if you want. One message, what happened? Oh, a lot of us on Untap got a message referring to, I guess someone's been uploading NSFW art lately or whatever, and so they just did this server-wide announcement to not do that. They wanted to keep arts PG-13 and stuff, which we all got it, which just means that they're just doing it server-wide. It wasn't targeting anybody, but it popped up on the stream here, right? And I was like wondering what was that all about, because I mean that shouldn't be targeting just me. Because, I mean, I know I'm uploading, like, a lot onto Untap here, particularly the V-Revival stuff, but none of that should have procced it, right? Because they're all official card arts. Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't randomly targeted at me for whatever reason. Yeah, you were rooting for Make Me big time, weren't you, Oasis? It's good stuff. She won big, dude. She won very convincingly. That's what I love about that too. It wasn't like a... Like, don't get me wrong. On the field, she definitely barely clutched it. Like, she had some really nice pieces at the end there to do it. But when you think about the attitude of it, Megumi just had a strong feeling she was going to win this. She was confident. You finished Black Monster match? Very nice. Hope you put in the cards I suggested. That would really power up your deck. Same. Hell, even the reaction I said, "What's up, Donji Jr.?" The grade ratio for G. So typically for G, what you did was something very similar to V Series, which is you try to aim for about 8 grade 3s, 12 grade 1s and 2s. There was 16 grade 0s, which were triggers, and then from there you had a flex spot. And the flex spot would go to the 1, the 2, or the 3, right? Typically speaking, whenever possible, if it's the same difference to you, try to have the flex spot go to a grade 1 slot, because grade 1s don't just give you PGs, but also grade 1s are important because that's the first ride that you get. So you need to ensure you at least see your grade 1 ride so that you can get the ball rolling and try to like drive check into other cards later on, right? So the grade ratio is surprisingly the same as it is for V Series. The one difference between these two formats is the G Zone, right? Now, when it comes to the G Zone, you have 16 cards in there, right? You can only, you don't have any limits in the G Zone relative to like other than the normal limits of 4 cards per name or whatever, right? So it's just like the main deck that way. But the G Zone can be 16 stride units, no G guards. It could be all G guards, whatever you want. But do note that when it comes to G guards, you're only able to you're only able to activate a G guard if you have like no more than like 3 to 4 face up. So because of that, you have to be careful about overloading your deck with the G guards in the G Zone, because I mean, you just won't have enough strides. But if you do almost nothing but strides, you won't have enough G guard options. So it's a very fine balance there. I think the most typical I've seen for decks is they run 4 to 6 G guards and 10 to 12 strides. Well, I would put 12 on the grade 2 there, and then the 1-up slot could just be in between the 3. So my suggested ratio would be 13 1s, 12 2s, and 8 3s. That would be my suggested ratio. I tend to see 15, 10 grade 2s when it comes to grade ratios. Well, I think that one's a little bit more typical of a Shadow Paladin main, which you play Luard a lot, so I can see why you're more hard up on that. Yeah, that ratio looks correct, Ice. Like, that would be my suggested ratio for you. Of course, the 1-up slot can go to whatever your deck prioritizes more, but I would suggest that, because you need to at least see grade 1. 15 grade 1 to 10 grade 2s, like, the 10 grade 2 is a little bit oof. Who is next? Next is you versus Nodote. That's what the wheel has decided anyway. Although you'll have to confer with your opponent if they're chill with you playing customs, because your customs, they're a bit out of the ordinary. So he might just want to play a straight fight. Luard brain. I didn't think about that actually. Yeah, that's the thing. Luard players and Shadow Paladin players in essence do play more grade 1s, because that's like our most important ratio. For instance, if you're a Royal Paladin person, you probably would play more grade 2s, because Royals had a really big emphasis on key grade 2s in their formations. Royal players had that a lot. And then there's some decks like, for instance, Dimension Police, where you'd probably want to run more grade 3s, and that's where that ratio kind of goes up towards the grade 3, which is inherently dangerous, because that means that it assumes that you're going to be able to see your 12 copies of a grade 1 and a grade 2 prior, or well, one of the 12 I should specify, right? So that's the most dangerous ratio, is to go like grade 3 ended, right? And that's why like some decks that are more grade 3 oriented in their ratios tend to also have more insane consistency cards to make up for it. So for instance, Astral Poets from V Series, right? Astral Poets have a lot of great things they need to run. So in order to compensate, they have really insane ride line cards like Decay of the Just Path, and also the B-Crux of Stratification Arcturus of Fervent Will. B-Crux being a grade 1 ride that specifically tutors out a grade 2, a specific grade 2, which is your Arcturus of Fervent Will to your hand. And then you also have Decay, which can add up to 2 Astral Posts to the hand off the top 7s, like straight up. So, but that's because your ratios are really grade 3 oriented, so you needed that extra consistency and filtering. Not to mention they have a card that's sort of like a pseudo PG for them. what would Gallop ratios look like? So for Gallop ratios, right, despite it being a D-Police deck, I decided to play a little bit more risky. I don't play any backup rides in Gallop, really. So let me go ahead while he's going for this turn. Let me go for Gallop. So the Gallop deck here runs 4 Bravest Rush Grand Gallop and 4 Grand Smasher, and then this is the one of grade 3, so I'm still doing that relatively speaking. But what I did was Cosmograte. Now, Cosmograte here is a bit of an interesting one because it's the Festival Collection grade 3s, and I like this one for Gallop because Gallop has a lot of on hit and also doesn't hit kind of stipulations, and this one gives you an alternative restand they don't let Gallop hit. So it's really good for turn 4 when the opponent's at high damage and you simply cannot risk your Vanguard. So you'll want to do this. So I like the Cosmograte is the one of, but Cosmograte is not a ride, doesn't have a Vanguard Circle effect, and Grand Smasher also doesn't have a Vanguard Circle effect. So you're very reliant on seeing your Grand Gallop, and the way to get Grand Gallop is mainly Grand Fickle. Grand Fickle and Grand Rope are ways to tutor out Grand Gallop, so this deck is a little bit scary that way. You may not be able to see it, and Volker as well is a ride fixer. I use it to try and tutor out one of the Searcher grade 1s to try and get the grade 3, so that's what I do there. You'll also notice that my grade ratios are a little bit weird. Let me just go ahead and swap that over to make it more conducive on the eyes, right? Like I'm running the straight up like 12 grade 2s like I was saying before, but the way that I do the 12 grade 1s is a little bit different because I don't even like do the main thing. So you've got Grand Fickle, Grand Rope, right? 7, and then you got 10. And then this is how you do the 12. I decided instead of like 4, 4, 4, 1, I wanted to see Tolbe, so I cut a couple on the ratio to make that work a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, time to get risky. Yep, it's a little risky, but Grand Gallop, you'll notice, is really, really fun to play. Like, the combos are super gratifying. Grand Gallop has, like, this really good progressive overload ability that I think is just so sick. But the key with Grand Gallop, Melfi, the key that you need to keep in mind is you need to use your resources and pieces wisely. Sometimes going all out isn't the best move. And also sometimes you don't have to commit everything to field to get what you want. And this is particularly important in field control decks because Grand Gallop has a weakness to field control decks because it will get rid of your pieces and that'll put you in a really big corner. I had that training session the other night for VA Revival, right? And as you'll know, if you were like there for the Scarlight fight, Scarlight almost got my Gallop dead. Like he had my Gallop dead to rights because he was playing brawlers. He was brawling them out. The only reason why I won that was because I ironically whiffed the triple and got normal units, which meant that, yeah, I didn't get triggers or whatever, but it actually meant I had pieces for the follow-up turn. That's ironically the reason why I won that. Da, 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 da. The service announcement did it backtracked on itself. That's freaking funny, dude. What the hell? They're like, oh, by the way, this isn't targeted. It's like, yeah, we kind of figured that out on our own, though. Yeah, I had to risk it. I had to risk it for the biscuit and make a bet on that guard, which is a good thing I bet on that, right? Because that's the thing. When in doubt, you definitely need to guard armor break as strong as possible because, dude, armor break is armor break is one of the strongest win conditions that we have in V series. Not the strongest, right? But it's one of the strongest. And this is for 2 reasons. One, if armor break touches you, you lose. It has so many criticals that could basically 0 to 6 an opponent. Was that on stream or a video match between you and Scarlet? No. So this is inside my server. So in server, occasionally I'll do like training sessions or just like casual like fights with some of the other people in the server there. Like I'll just like ping people. So that's one of the reasons why I say join the Discord, because you might actually just kind of see me randomly fight people, and you might get a chance to fight me yourself. And that was one such instance, right? We were just having an offline fight. Yeah, you would Omega die if you let Armor Break touch you. So you cannot let Armor Break touch you. But the thing that makes that difficult is that Armor Break will wipe out the entire front row, get a bunch of power, and a Sentinel Restrict. So you need to be very careful about that Sentinel Restrict and make sure you pack a lot of hard guards for this. One of the bright sides about the Armor Break relative to our format, however, is that the Festival Collection heal triggers get 10,000 shield because Armor Break has an unnatty critical. So you'll be able to get the extra shield value from it. Activate 3 times in one turn. Yeah, that's I've seen that before. I've actually seen that one. I wish I played Narcomi back in my day. Really fit my playstyle, and Gauntlet Buster was powerful into the Break Right era. Well, if you ever want to play V Revival Ant-Man, you can definitely like live that up, because we have a lot of good like Narcomi stuff going on, especially when you consider that they've already made a break ride for it that combos well with some of the other Narcomi guards. We've got Brawlers and Vanquisher incoming for Brawlers and Vanquisher incoming is like really strong decks for this format, and also Eradicators are always strong, right? So those are like probably some of the strongest decks in this format. How was Skyride manga? So far so good. I'm gonna try and get Nabs to read more with me later on. Ooh, and hitting a heal trigger. Okay, so managed to heal down as well. Yeah. Now this is where it gets annoying for Flare Blade, because he's gonna need to counter blast, Soul Blast, and discard remove the marker. Otherwise, Strategil isn't like worth anything. Can't wait for the mask collection to get revealed for Revival. Yeah, right. I saw that mask collection. It's a pretty cool set that they made there. I might want to like try and dabble in a little bit of website design so I can get that like page that they had where you can kind of like do the wiki page thing. This might be an opportunity for, I think Flare Blade could definitely get rid of these though. Like, yeah, he has enough soul, counter blast, and then from there can also use energy blast for some of the stuff. So if he can get rid of that, he's good. And then he should be able to try and fight back against Chaos Breaker, although Chaos Breaker's deck as well is still just very powerful by nature, so it's a bit annoying. I'm liking Dragon Empire more because I enjoyed their powerful offensive abilities considering I'm an aggro player. I mean, hell, if you're an aggro player, you might like a lot of Dragon Empire and V then, because did you know that 3 out of the 5 decks in Dragon Empire are Excel decks? Straight up, Tachikaze, Murakumo, and also Narukami are all Excel decks. And one of the other two, Kagero, is also a Force deck, so you have a lot of aggression with that nation. Can you have Flare send me a V Revival list for Tsukiyomi? Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want a V Revival list, I think I can just get you what I got for mine. You know, I just edit something real quick for this. Meteor break. I think it was, there we go. Let me just quickly adjust this deck for you, so that you can have the best chance of success. Okay, get rid of a Tetramagus. and tick down on that so that I can make way for Amatsu Hikone, which is a festival collection PG for you. And then there's also, I gotta get you a battle sister ginger for it. There you go. Let me get you an English ginger. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. This list will do you well. I'll get you the pile, the sideboard there in case you want to run that sideboard option. Okay. Let me go ahead and, so I have it here if you want to like take a screenshot of this, Luis. Otherwise I could just send it in chat here. So let me also get it to the deck brewing. There we go. So either way. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah. Play Yasue, it's a fun deck. Yasue is pretty good. Where did my Lithosugur go? He went to where all good Lithosuguras go. Thanks, got a screenshot? Sweet. I'm trying to... Oh yeah, poor Litho. He's being overshadowed by the sheer quantity of markers. Jesus, dude. Okay, now Flare can't possibly pay for all this. I didn't realize that that Chaos deck can do that much. Oh man. Ah, oof. Ah. Spam? Why would you call that spam? You just tapped a couple times, boring. You're fine. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I know, right? Chaos didn't need like counterblast for hardly any of this. Hey, what's your opinion on Gundiva Mask? It's very powerful. That deck draws a crap ton and will retire basically everything your opponent has. It's insanely strong. The only thing that holds Gundiva back, I think, is that it doesn't have like any major win conditions to it, so it's playing a very basic beatdown game, albeit it's pretty strong. And also Gundiva is very it has a lot of resources to its retires, right? So it's like it's kind of like Eugene, just much better. And also there is always the there's always the chance that you may not see some of the pieces that you want to see. It's so insane how much it draws. Do I do 4 draws and 12 crit? 4 draws and 12 crit. Oh, but what about your heal triggers, dude? Well, while they're thinking about that, let me go ahead and get some water here, because that seems like it might take a minute. And I'll be right back. Cherokun, watch over them. Alright, I'm back. Okay, cool. Looks like Chaos Breaker came to a decision. Shuriken vibing. You can always meme it up. Let's see. If I could, I'd run 16 crit in every revival deck. Seems to be the second seems to be a better option mode. I forgot. 8 crit, 4 draws, 4 heals. Crit for the. I will say that that when it comes to trigger ratios and also like main deck PG options, the festival collection's going to add in a little bit of a curveball. And that might actually change up deck building, not significantly or anything like that. The festival collection's most significant deck building feature is that it presents energy into the format now, and we'll give a generic energy like usage option for each clan so that you can at least do something with the energy, right? But what I meant more was that there's also a trigger to be included there that may shake things up for some decks depending on how you do it. It's just more of an option though. It's not like some big fundamental thing the way energy is. All right, so what are we gonna do here, Flare Blade? Because you have a lot of energy and soul. You could, if you energy blast 6 and soul blast 3, you could get rid of all those glue trap markers. I know, right? I mean, Jesus, the turn array, it's like he basically shuts down all your resources just for the opportunity to play white. Quintet wall? It's quintet wall. So Quintet. Maybe it might be quintet wall. If you check this trigger EB10, you win the game. Oh, brilliant design. For the EB7, you get a marker unit. Whoa, no, dude. I hope we get some more better reprints for the new festival collection. Gun cyclers are a prime example. Yeah, you're talking about real life, right? Like as in standard format? I guess I shouldn't say real life. E-Revival is also real life. I mean, a lot of people, we're getting more and more people to play this format at this point, right? So I'm starting to consider it a little bit real. But the standard format, you mean, right, Ant-Man? Because I don't think you play V with us. I'm tired of expensive cards at this point. I am too. This market is terrible. Is Think Make Custom based on Vanguard If anime series? What kind of customs are we talking about? Because Vanguard If did a lot of the G-Boot stuff, right? Speaking of EB7, I made a few customs that have an EB7 cost to use a powerful skill. Oh, just a straight up EB7, that's fun. Josh, I don't want to be mean, but you're dressed like Steve from Minecraft right now. Oh, what? My green shirt, bro? I don't know, dude. I kind of consider that a compliment. Steve's buff, dude. Like, Steve's got guns. You know how hard he works in the mines? Hell, the green shirt's basically all I got going on with Steve, though. I ain't got Steve's pants. I ain't tan like Steve is. I ain't got Steve's shortcut black hair. I ain't got none of that. All I got is Steve's shirt, guy. That's all I got. Steve don't even got this chain, yo. All right, he's got rid of yeah, he managed to get rid of a lot of those markers, thankfully. Whew, okay, cool, much clearer field. You're like Steve's cousin, bro. I mean, shoot, Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie. I'll find a way to consider it a compliment. I'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, more Lithosegura action right here. Very nice. From Twitch to YouTube, which one? From Twitch to YouTube, which one? Huh? Are you asking me like which one I prefer to stream at, or which one am I going to prioritize, or which one do you prefer me to have you on? Because I like having I mean, which Steve? Huh? Maybe I just don't understand. What do you mean by like which Steve? Like, is there a difference between Twitch Steve and YouTube Steve? Maybe I'm just not having like internet culture right now, but I'm not understanding the question. You might need to explain things a little bit. Ant-Man should try it. It's fun. Yeah, Ant-Man's definitely got to try V, dude. It's cool. One thing I like about it too is that it felt like there's more wicked effects in it, comparatively speaking, right? Because standard plays it a little bit more safe, I've noticed in some ways, especially because we can also just take in video game one or movie one. Oh, video game Steve. Man, this game's taking a while. I'm not even gonna lie. Feels like it's been taking a good minute. Restanding units that draw you cards. And the new standard upgrades look kind of uniform now. 5 plus attacks, drive +1. Restanding units let you draw cards. Yeah, they're it's a little bit more systematic. I do wonder if Youthbrick will switch things up a little bit. I mean, heck, Magnolia does do like the 6 attack turn still and just gets it dry. So that one, it's like, it's definitely meant to be stability there. I do wonder what Youthbrick is going to bring to the table, because I can see, because to me, Youthbrick had like a fair bit of consistency to it. The thing that hurt Youthbrick more than anything was that it lacks, it lacked like a lot of more like late game power. You got a take for rebuild? I bet, dude. What's your take? I bet it's probably different from my take, right? Where I was doing the cross for Overdress. Revoltress, non-Revoltress units getting their skills by putting that unit to soul. Non-Revol form units getting their effect, getting their skills by putting that unit to soul. What the heck? That's a weird one. Well, then he just kind of be, if I'm understanding this right, that means he could like play just about any grade 3 then. We're laughing at Blessed Favor. Yeah, Blessed Favor would be bad at that check because Dragil will just say no. What did you have in the G zone area for the Tsukiyomi deck? Protect one or protect two for the, definitely go protect one if you can help it, and because you don't have a lot of ways to replenish rear guards, so the intercept's a little bit like scary for you. And the G zone was just me putting in like protect markers and quick shield, so nothing special. It's just me having like already like pre-made like Tsukiyomi protects. Cross Revolt to reride, rebuild from Soul Stance. Damn, yeah, rebuild gaming, right? Yeah, I haven't seen Scarlet yet either, although I know he's around. I guess he just didn't pop up in the stream right now. He might be busy. Let me catch up on some stuff here while they're taking some of the bulwark to their turn. Thanks for your help. You bet, Luis. Let's see. Ooh, first strike is a heal trigger for Dragil. Okay, that's pretty crucial here. It gives Flare Blade more ways to survive. Can't wait for Schneisel to restand and draw you a card. Oh, Jesus, dude. Please, no. Youthberg getting a restand would be really trippy. I mean, that deck had like inherent multi-attack as it is, so I was like, ah, man, really now? Yeah, that would just be too much, honestly. I mean, it was one thing when they gave Balsaga a restand, right? Especially a 5-attack turn. Giving Youthberg anything above 4 is gonna get a little bit hectic, I feel. I feel like it's just better to make the Revoltress itself more powerful, right? At the very least, if you're going to like give it a restand, don't like, let it just be one of the Revoltress options doing it, right? We don't have to make it just a rearguard restander. That would just be insane to me. One of the things that's the most insane about a rearguard restander as well is that because of how Youthberg operates, when you twin drive in Revoltress, the triggers that you put on your Youthberg Skyfall arms don't carry over to the Revolve form, but if you just put on a trigger that's a restander, then it doesn't matter. You get to the same bang for your buck anyway. Bolt, huh? So you're thinking like that'll be a purple Youthberg or something? Purple Youth. Might get a restand or a guard restrict. I could see the guard restrict. A defensibility revolve form fort. Zaforto. When restands when you revolt. I could see that. I mean, they would need to put a condition like that in order to stop it, because otherwise, yeah, that'd be too strong of a restand. If it was just a when your Vanguard attacks, then, I mean, shoot, dude. Huh. Maybe. Alright, so Baron took a lot of damage there. And now it's back over to Dragul. So this is going to be the turn that makes or breaks it for Baron here. So he did the Divine skill already, and the Divine skill was to put a Karmic Shame. So there's no more Karmic Shame here. Then he can put, so he can still put sticky traps. You can get 3 glues, it looks like. You can glue. What if Youthberg loses? At the end of the battle is placed by Revoltress, get drive -1, then stand it once per turn. Huh. So, a 3 Vanguard attack turn. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see that. I mean, to me, that's what I wanted Full Blast to do, was to Soul Blast the 3 Revolt forms to get, like, to restand itself. Like, you just get, like, this really wicked, like, condition, but it's not like, it's like a binge and purge strategy, right? Because you have to get all the Revolt forms in there, and then you get rid of them, and then that meant that if you ever want to get it again, you have to, like, redo that condition again. It felt like a late game skill, you know? That's what I would have wanted for Youthberg, but, you know, we didn't really get that. Let's see here. Forgot to draw from Persona. Oh dear. If only Full Blast took that much planning. Yeah. Did the wheel get spun while I was gone? It did, but it didn't hit you. I was thinking rebuild Full Blast custom. On Full Blast all the time. Yeah, like, I don't think they intended for us to ramp, but it was their fault for making Carino. Carino was the thing. Yeah, I agree, Nadote. It's Carino that's the problem. White Scaled Overlord. The Silence would be a cool name. The Ascended. Revoltress is strange to make a retrain for. It's like Magnolia Bats for giving you a triple drive with the biggest bits is an inherent minus or break even. Yeah, that's something people forget is Revoltressing is -1 unless you have other skills to supplement because they don't get drive checks. But I think all that means is that they have a more clear lane to try and have Rebuild give a drive back to their Revoltress unit. So it's like it's only a -1. Like a -1 to their drive, meaning that's a break even, an advantage. And then from there, they can do other effects. one thing I can do about that is if you it will rather not I, but rather when they do. One thing they can do about that is since they're gonna like if they were gonna make it a -1 drive and it's just like 1 drive check on the removal form instead of none, that also means that Sequana gets power crept out of the deck, which is kind of fascinating, really, right? Because Sequana only brought it back up to 1, and then Gust would make it a twin again. Or I guess also in the case of Full Blast, you know, Full Blast was still a twin drive of Sequana, so. They could kind of take out that variable if they just let Rebuild give the drive instead, because Sequana can't work with that. Yeah, it became homogenized. That's a word for it. It became homogenized, and no one liked that. No one liked what Full Blast did after it became this insane turbo strategy, right? Because it just feels like a perversion of the deck ethos, right? The deck was supposed to have like this toolbox of really badass youth perk forms, right? You had to pick the one that was right for the scenario, but now it's like, well, why pick when there's always the best choice? The silence, the quiet. This is a quiet one. So Baron's attacking. This looks like a 4 attack turn, right? I've been getting enough sleep. Kinda. Today was a really weird day because yesterday I got woken up early from a blackout, and then like as in like a power outage, right? And then today I also kind of just randomly woke up early, so not as much, I must say, right? Now that doesn't stop me from streaming, of course, but shoot, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit less attentive, and also it's a little harder to breathe, but you know that's just common when you're like really tired, right? You don't breathe this easy. So I'm a little short on speech. The best ratio for victory. That's a beautiful way of putting it. Okay. Man, how long has this fight been going on? I think this fight's actually been going on canonically for over an hour now, right? Because I had the lo-fi beats going for an entire hour and they passed that point. Oh, Chaos keeps bringing up Bless Favor. At least an hour and 5 minutes by my count. Yeah, this has been a long fight. Shoot, this has been longer than the previous one, and I was playing freaking Glendios, dude. Time in the round. Yeah, I know. Like they've like doubled tournament time that they would have been allotted. So you got a critical on the first check. That definitely makes things a little more dicey for Flare Blade. He would need to hit his second critical or Bless Favor to actually like make that super scary though, and he didn't, so you know, that's good. So for long fights and Splatter keeps getting stuck in glue traps. I guess so. An hour and 8 minutes. Ah, okay, so we got an exact time then. How many markers can that deck make? 3 at a time, and then I think it can also make like 6 in a turn. And then there's also like extras from the on-hit skill, so it can get even more. And he's fighting glue, dude, and it's not that easy. It's very hard, in fact. That's the YouTube time, video time on how long this match has been going on. Well, that's really accurate then. Do, 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 do. Just check OT, I know, make everything simple, right? I agree, Melfi. I mean, she's already lost twice, right? So the chances are basically non-existent. So, like, hold on a second. Is there even a way? So, let's see. Let's say Gui beat Now, right? And so now has a 1-1 record, and Gui has an 0-1 record. Or Gui also has a 1-1 record, right? Mirei is 2-0, so if Mirei beats Now for 3-0, then that means Now has double loss. And then if Erika beats Gui, then 1-2. Yeah, that is the ratio right there. She needs to win a lottery. Now we have to lose to Gui and then beat it. Yep, okay. So we all have the same calculations there. So likely what's going to happen then, Gui beats Now, which is good for Gui. Gui needs at least a win to kind of like legitimize his position in this tournament because, you know, straight jobbing like that is just rough. Wait, a fourth glue trap? Where did that come in? Weird. It's only the Rise so merciful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably a good lottery for them. I think that's like the best way to take that bracket at this stage because they need to give Erika a redemption, you know? Did Erika have another on-screen fight in the new Amorta support? Amorta hasn't really had any confirmations for set 8, and I think they would want to... you know what? No, Nat. You know what I think's going to happen? I think Amorta is going to get a retrain in set 9. Like, actually, like a cover card for set 9. Make it as cover card, and then in top cut, when she wins lottery, get to top cut, then Erika comes back in a big way. Meta number 5 and meta deck number 1 back to back. I mean, I don't know about number 1. I feel like we're like meta deck number 3. I still think Buff Sagura is not as strong as Overdress and Rezael. But that's me. It has a higher ceiling than those decks, but the other decks are just much more reliable than that one is. Keter Sephido versus Amorta though. I mean, Amorta could beat that. Amorta could beat Sephido Gila. I mean, that one I think is a pretty done. I don't think anyone's gonna like be too mad if I think that, right? Yeah, like we might honestly, like Gui and Erika might not get any more on-screen fights until top cut in the case of Erika. Gui's definitely not going to top cut, but you know, no one ever really needed that from Gui. Jeez, why are there so many markers being made? What's making markers? Auto rear attack, choose one of your rear guards to... Oh, he gave the skill to Bernaldo Moon to give more. Oh, that combination's kind of unfair. What the heck? You just do that? Oh, frick. Wow. Yeah, he can't pay for this anymore. It's just too much. What? Oh, sheesh. Oh, I'm sorry, Flareblade. That sucks. Man, my guy tried so hard, but that's kind of nonsense. It was already pretty weird, but knowing Gui's habit of fighting nation would probably bite him in the end. Yeah, for real. You think it would, I mean, hell, you know, Dragon Empire I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of spicy that Dragon Empire Griffo could somehow beat, could somehow beat Varga. That just seems, like, weird to me. Yeah. I mean, Gambache, Flareblade, try your best. This is kind of overpowered. That right there, that interaction shouldn't happen, but you might still be able to win if you have like all the pieces right. You can still push. All you gotta do is pay your energy, paste his Soul Blast. You only need 3 soul to make Draguled Ignis work. You've got one last chance to make this work. So if you pay 3 Soul Blast and energy, you can get 4 down, which means you can just get rid of the 4 markers in the front row and have the clear lane to fight back. I've had enough. Your little Plagon trick in here. That's right, bro. Show him what's up. Show him who the real winner's gonna be in this match. That's a funny one. Get him, Flareblade. Yeah, this deck is probably better than Overdress in a weird way. Didn't expect to be the antagonist, but sure. All right, it's time to play some rockin' music for my boy here. Come on, Flareblade. You and Draguled Ignis together can take this man's Jordans. All right, it's got Ignis and Nocturzio. Nocturzio gets called to rear circle, and Ignis goes to the hand. And now Nocturzio can provide more soul to use with a Soul Blast. Nice. Come on, baby. Keep it going. Okay. It's getting rid of 2. Getting rid of 4. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Magnolia versus Overdress should be a fight. Now who's superior still okay. The fight we're gonna do is gonna be we're gonna have Draguled versus Magnolia. That's gonna be our fight. Noir and Nabs are gonna fight each other on Tuesday with that. I know, right, Aggro? Soul Blast one more time. Get rid of that last filthy marker. And now that means you have the clear lane. Nothing else can stop you. And with Draguled skill, you can still get 2 cards in soul. It's just enough. Ooh, nice. Base, yep, calls. What happened to Cesaria versus Con Leche? Oh, well, my co-host actually didn't feel too confident about the deck anymore. That one kind of got like swept under the rug. We didn't even like do the recording. It was just like, you know what? Rose Come Leche, it's not really for me, and no one else really want to play it. So I was like, well, you know what? So be it. Plus, my Silsera build is like really whack. Not even gonna lie. Do you think Akane will lose against Raikou next episode? I certainly do. I think the skies will fall in that episode. If they let Magnolia win this episode that just happened, which I definitely think, narratively speaking, definitely needed that, right? Raikou is even more so in the clear to get this win. We need to push Akane. We need to give Raikou his due. So you're doing the Michu to make a Megumi rematch? Exactly, that's what I'm doing. Okay, we've got 5 attacks here. And thanks to the skill of Varpula as well and double Liso Argur, we'll be able to have one of them substantiated with a column. It's going to be huge. Nothing short of an overtrigger is going to stop this turn. Now take him down. Da, da, da. Time to update the Reza Hits the Ground compilation. Josh, why don't you cross out the Megami wins and bingo? Oh, I did. I did it off screen though. Like, I have a new Megami wins. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of you guys can see this, but yeah, I got Gap Spirit Moment, Megami Wins, Polyphonic Lock, Supernatural Stuff, LOL, and Fan Service crossed out so far. So we're doing well. We're doing good. Okay, so that's a guard. This one's gonna be even harder. That'll be for 45. It's times like this where I become afraid to make customs. Well, let's make it for a moment here. How's this fight still going on? It's not gonna go on for much longer, Luke. Dragon's got this in the bag. TJ exclusive cards I see play. I mean, Ignis is there. Yeah, I wanted to ask if I should count Ignis on that. I should probably count Ignis on that, right? Good, good. Okay, I can include Ignis then. Yugioh spoiler new card and releases them very late, or Vanguard showcase new card after week episode. I prefer Vanguard a lot more. I think it's more conducive. Sup, Dark. And the damage check. And that's game, everyone. Ignis managed to burn away all the glue with the 5 flames. Done and dusted, damn. That's a hell of a thing. Yeah, I had a rough night, so I'm here late. Yeah, I'm really tired too. That was fun. That's pretty good. Jeez, Ignis managed to do it though. Burned away all the glue with the 5 flames. So the next one that we had on the wheel here was Nodote versus Man Nikuru. So I know Nodote's right here, so they're at attention. Is Man Nikuru here still? Let me see if Man Nikuru is here. If not, then I can just like roll a new opponent for Nodote. Played multiple other games during this fight. Heh. Yeah, I think he left too. Okay. LOL. Same brain cell. Well, we'll get a new opponent for Nodote then. And it looks like it's Ray. Wow, that was really close. Really close. So we're gonna do Ray there. Okay, Ray, card that's like you and Nodote's got a nice clash in ahead of you. That was almost GUIs. That was unusually close. Like I thought it was gonna actually like pick ice on that because of how close that was, but it actually did chick Ray by the skin of its teeth. Very nice. Millimeters. You can punch one character in the face. Why would I pick to punch anybody? I don't have one I want to punch in the face. Oh. Who's up for the next game? Yeah, that one's going to be Nodote versus Ray Ikari. And I'm going to hold up on the spin on the next one there. I may or may not do another one after this because this one took a while, and plus I am a little bit winded right now, so I may not be able to get to it. That was such an intense game. Punch Masa just because Masanori. He probably wouldn't even care thinking about it. Oh, well, the lobby got killed, so let me just go ahead and make a new lobby for everyone. Let's see, how's Twitch and YouTube doing here? Alright, 3 viewers on that, still 31. We're at 25 here. Wow, okay, so it actually increased. Just choose Gabuelius? I guess, if you just want to punch the plushie. Alright. So now let me go ahead and enter as a spectator and wait for Nodote to hop on in. Sweet. Let's make it a good one, gentlemen. Rika, huh? Oh, shoot. Probably, like, Will just Season 1 Rika. Now that I think about it, punching Raika in the face kind of... It's remarkably similar to when Shoma got decked by Shion and G. You remember that? Dude had like his glasses punched and everything. He's like fell on the floor. He's like getting beat up on the wall, man. Yeah, I guess if I wanted to make that cheaty weedy right there, I could like say that, Dark, but I think I'd rather just like say nothing than like do that, because I'm just assuming it's a full-blown like hook to the face, you know? I mean, not like a light jab, like it's probably a haymaker. Oh, that's a new card. Huh. Oh, I know what you're playing. Yeah, I know what you're playing. Yeah, okay, I just figured it out. All right, got youth. But I'm so drained. Same here, Luis. I'm super drained. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing. I just played the deck that Dote is playing earlier today. Oh yeah. You too? I mean, it's a pretty cool strategy. I think it needs another like solid support card to really incentivize it though. Oh, Omina Crows. Okay. I did not expect Omina Crow for the ride line. That's interesting. Just a weird time, I guess, Dark. Any notable games? You missed out on the first game where I achieved the world end with Glendios against a DP player. Oh, not bad, soul charges. I see we hopped on over to Twitch there, Malfi. What's up? Need a change of pace. I felt that. You get to fight Revenge today? Nah, I ended up playing V, so that's why the Glendios, right? Although I still do a little bit of testing offhand. It's kind of nice. Ooh, okay. Well, the guard was definitely justified. Very nice, Ray. It would have been justified anyway, but if only he had more, so. Take two, I suppose. Damn. The hard punish, don't they? And it's kind of funny too, because now the boost effect actually takes place. Part of me had the feeling, yeah. That's why it's always risky to like guard these attacks. But you know, sometimes, I mean, when there's an on hit like that, that's pretty severe. I get why you'd want to take the risk. Although I guess soul charging 2 non-triggers might have been a tell that this was more likely. Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is probably gonna be the last fight of the night, I'm thinking. I am just fading quicker and quicker. Maybe I'm getting sick. That'd be trippy, if I can see it. Do a weird lack of inspiration? That's not weird at all, right? You make a lot of cards and then you kind of like lose inspiration. I know how that feels. I mean, shoot, I just made 240 cards, right? And that's just from this clan collection set, right? The festival collections are also stuff I've made, so I guess I can increase the number. Is Etika still main character in Divines? No. Etika, I don't think Etika is really a main character, not in a typical way, but I also think that Etika is going to get better treatment in this series. So my theory is that they're having her lose 2 here so that she can get a lottery and lottery her way into top cut, which will like incentivize her to push even harder for the victory. So I'm not gonna lie, this might be a spicy take, chat. I think they're having her lose 2 here precisely because I think they want her to win the tournament. So they want to like push her down hard so that she can come back in a bigger way. Probably with new Liela Morta, new set 9 Liela Morta. That's my theory. It's kind of a wicked theory, I know, but that's what it is. I can't wait to try out via Revival Tsukiyomi deck. Thanks, Josh. You bet, dude. Oh, you're gonna love how tanky it is. That deck does not die. My inspiration has been at an all-time high. I just don't know how to execute it. Ah, I see. Weird, my comment isn't showing about punching Toya. Yeah, maybe the bot. Oh, it's because I think I have top chat here instead of all chat, like live chat. That might be why. Yeah, here we go. Self-deprecation after burning the team blackout flag. Yeah, although, I mean, admittedly, I don't blame him too hard for that because that was still pretty bad. Not much. It doesn't seem like. I think it's gonna be set 9. That's gonna be the big breakthrough for Immorta. If they don't do a big breakthrough for Immorta, I'd be really disappointed for her. Although I can see where set 9 is like not an anime set and is instead. So okay, here's the thing. If it's not set 9, Nat, because there's also the occasional break between where they do like non-anime sets, right? Like set 3 and set 6 were both like that. So set 9 might also be like that. And so what they do is they do set 10 for New Immorta. And the reason why that works is because if Etika makes it to top cut, yeah, that's what I think. It's gonna be a 2-parter. So the preliminaries here are going to be season 3. Then season 4 is gonna be top cut. And by the time they make it to season 4, we should be at like set 10-ish or something like that. And that's where New Immorta should pop up. All right, check you later, Boring. Thanks for hopping on in. Ah, going to Rhino. Okay, Omnicron to Rhino. So what are your predictions for the big bad next season? I think that the big bad is going to come from either the Rokuin family or it's going to be the person that Kagetsu had like envisioned, right? That one lady. I think they might be like a vehicle for the bigger plot. If Matt is a ride deck, then Youth is a ride deck. That should be Nexuses because it'd be weird to have 1 different cards, right? So actually, as a matter of fact, Darkener, I think that is what it is. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It might not be that. So what I know for sure, it was confirmed from, Bushiroad themselves, right? When they were advertising set 8, that when they showed Magnolia, Youthberg, and also Nexus, they referred to them as new grade 3 cards. And that's how I knew that Magnolia was going to end up being a grade 3, although I didn't get that confirmation until a bit later. So at first I thought it was going to be grade 4. Then I think it was actually Nadote who showed me that, and I was like, okay, so it's a grade 3. So we know it's going to be a grade 3, but they didn't confirm they were ride deck cards. So it's possible that Blankmeyer is a, because Rasetsu was also a grade 3. That's the thing. So Blankmeyer might be a grade 3, but it's like a cross ride grade 3. So they want to wait for it. If they did make it a ride deck grade 3, I think that doesn't fit the formula. And the reason why that doesn't fit the formula is because the one thing we're not considering about those 3, 2 of them are outdated Will Dress decks. One of them is an in-date Divines deck. So that's why I think it's going to be different. Now, this isn't a king, so it doesn't have the king clause for it. So that's another reason why it wouldn't be a ride deck card, I don't think, is because kings can be ride deck cards, even though they're sort of pseudo cross rides, but you have to do some weirdness. They have the king to them. He's not a fated king, right? He's the one who walks away from 0. So Blankmeyer Nexus, I think ergo is Rasetsu because, you know, it's a minor upgrade for an in-to-date deck. Because the past settings was Kings and Rasetsu with Crossride, so I'm guessing the new ones are new cards. Well, yeah, but again, those two are Wildress cards, like very outdated. Because one thing we're not taking into consideration here, Dark, is Amorta. Not Amorta, Balsagada, right? Balsagada was also an out-of-date Wildress deck. And what do? They gave her a new Ride deck grade 3 because it was out of date. But Blankmeyer isn't like that. Blankmeyer is still up to snuff with like D series, right? Like it is still at the level. Now, you can argue to me that it's not meta, right? I get it, but it's still definitely got the card quality of a Divines level deck. I mean, it was made in Divines, so go figure, right? So as a result, I don't think they're going to retrain out the Ride deck. It's just too soon. And there's not really a preponderance of evidence that supports that, because you were going to say, you know, Mag and Youth, right? But Mag and Youth are in a different boat, right? So Mag and Youth, despite the fact that they're all released in the same set, Mag and Youth doesn't really have the good argument, right? Plot-wise, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, plot-wise, I think I would be kind of surprised if it was just immediately Blankmeyer Nexus, because I think writing from Blankmeyer into Nexus just would be Suo's like show of growth, right? And it would also make it more cool to kind of like have it just be like revealed in that really big pivotal like clapback moment. So I think even the story kind of feels more thematically in tune with Blankmeyer being a Rasetsu like thing, because Rasetsu is the basic unit, but now it's like kind of fallen into the darkness. And then you have Blankmeyer Nexus, which is the unit, but it's kind of like seeing the light, and so it's going the opposite direction. But it's like an equal but opposite force. I know it's kind of weird, you know, quoting Newtonian physics, but you know, so be it. Poor Susanne and her mother's strings are holding her tight. She got beat down. Yeah, that was such a shocking scene to see, where the chains just kind of like pulled her back there. Like, God, dude, that kind of scared me a little bit when I saw that. Not gonna lie. Here, let me refresh the page here so I can see what the damage and stuff looks like. Okay, so Nodote's taking a lot of damage from Youthberg. Ray's playing very aggressively here, and Nodote's playing more passively, although they have hardly any cards in hand to do anything otherwise, so it makes sense. A defensive can help here. A defensive works. I don't think I see any Sequanas in Soul, so this... Yeah, the double defensive has shut them down, so that's good, that's good. Nodote was looking a little bad there, but now he's got a good chance to clap back, potentially. So it needs to call CPS. I know, dude. Some Child Protective Services is definitely in order for that one, because holy crap, I feel bad. Especially because Susan's just like she's a poor middle schooler, dude. Like, that's too young to be going through all this crap. Like, any age, honestly, is kind of like too young for that kind of pressure, man. Unless you're like some high-level corporate CEO kind of guy, right? It's like you're doing a business, fine, whatever. Results are everything mentality, fine. Anyway, I guess I can make personal cards, could be fine. Yeah, if you like, sure. I mean, that's the joy of customs. You can make whatever you want. I'm still holding out on Varga getting new form eventually, while symbolizing both Varga now fully mastering Rasetsu power. Yeah, I can see that. That will probably be like a lot later though, man, because I think Varga just needs more time to simmer with Rasetsu. Rasetsu's a really good form. And so theoretically, thematic wise, they're still going to take a while to practice it, just as the player base also needs to sit with Rasetsu for a while. But maybe way down the line, Rasetsu can go further. It would be really trippy if Rasetsu for like set 10 or something, like it's a different Rasetsu now. That one would be trippy if like that one didn't focus on like bombing the field, but in exchange got like the triple Vanguard restand instead. Oh man, that'd be like the light sword version. What the F deck? Where are my pieces? No! Gone. Reduced to atoms. F cool win. I mean, even if they don't, makes it easier on her. Imagine Bushy gets Wellstrom from 11 Fated King Wellstrom. So random. Fated King Wellstrom and then like suddenly Destined King Odium. And it's like, oh, but it would be Destined Queen. It's like, no. King isn't specific. It doesn't have to be male. There are women who have been announced as kings. Your pieces. Blame Myers them. Wait 5 to 10 business days for them back. Shoot, dude. That's why I said whenever I do a back attack in like a Souls game, dude. Wait to 5 to 10 business days for this animation to be over. Skeletons are crowding you. Faded King Welsh, Joe. Your order cards you discard just go to Order Zone. Hey, something in the Destined Showdown. That's what you're thinking? Yeah, you're trying to give a buff for Luke. I see. I think it'd be cool if it was Blitz armor, right? And it would equip the Blitz armor from the Order Zone. So, building a lot of soul here for Solsera. Let's see if they're able to get Solsera's skill online, because Solsera has a very specific timing to things. So have a great year. Soul Pile has a lot. I guess they'll declare, because I can't actually click that over there. Michael, I had a great idea for a Velstream. I'm not sure how to word it exactly. Huh. Make sure Luke doesn't discard Maximum. Poor Luke. Everyone just remembers him for that. Discarding Maximum. I swear, that's probably the biggest meme to have come out of the Destined Showdown. And I mean, I think it's really freaking funny, but still. Back, how's the score? Well, I've already, let me go ahead and regale you with what's happened so far. So, we've had me win against Joey, then Flareblade beat Chaos by the skin of his teeth using the power of Ignis, and now Man Nikuru isn't here, so Nodote's fighting Rei Hikari. Nodote's at 5 and trying to clap back against a 2 damage Youthberg, but it's not looking very good, unfortunately. She does manage to get the restand, which is nice, but it's still kind of rough. I don't, Nat. Not like in anything like Hot and Heavy or whatever, but I think it is kind of like cute that they're getting to like form a bond, right? And I think that bond can develop in any which way with time, but you know, I'm not going anything too like in deep about that right now, right? Because they are still young. I didn't remember that. I only remember names due to people saying it. It was great beforehand. He would never live it down. It's an overused, it's an overused meme. the testing ones, dude. You get a third check? There is no third check yet. So Sarah has to restand for it. Third restand to get 1 drive back. That's how that works. There is no third check. Read my card. Okay, here comes Shock Break. Alright, since the attack can't be able to put more cards in the soul, very nice. Since Susan is middle, okay, I already read that one. Okay, so I'm kind of shift order cards the pain of an order attack, yeah. Bro's gonna have barely any drop zone by this point after Zargon's done, or what's his name again? Sargon? Zargon, yeah, Zargon. After Zargon's done. Zargon is the Dragold card. 13k, 1 drive, and everything to lose. What say you, Ray? Ah, making it over to pass. Very nice. Who's next after this? Maybe no one, Noel. I'm getting pretty tired, so I might retreat a little bit early today, and then like try to do something else like later in the next week. Just because, you know, I'm trying to fade a little bit quicker than normal. Dude, Nodote, oh my god, crash and burn, my guy. 3 in a row, what a dream. Yeah, you might as well Soul Blast do to draw. Imagine drawing a trigger. Nah, stream tomorrow, trust. Oh no, tomorrow's usually family time. I'll have to check my family. I have no words for this. Me either, other than crash and burn, I guess. Oh man. Yeah, better luck next time, Noel. Thankfully, you know, as is tradition with Wheel, even if you miss out, that just means you have more of a chance in the future. Good old Joey got round 1 just off the back of being the only person with 3 slots in it, so go figure. Okay, we've got a Persona ride of Yusibirke. I'm just appalled by the audacity. We're playing Warframe. I've been playing Warframe later. Good game. I think you mean lately, but still, yeah. Warframe? Yeah, Warframe was such the hotness for a while, dude. I remember all the time when I was like playing games, I would see X-Friend is playing Warframe right now. It was just everywhere. Especially because it was free. Like, that was one of the Warframe's claim to fame, was like a free-to-play thing. It's kind of like what Marvel, it's kind of the success that Marvel's Rivals been having lately. Although, I don't know, something tells me Marvel Rivals might like burn out fairly quickly. I don't know why. I just think that the superhero shooter genre isn't quite as like the player base isn't as enamored by it these days. Overwatch kind of like milked a lot of that cow. Now, don't get me wrong, Overwatch is dead because of Marvel Rivals, but dude, it was probably gonna just die in its own terms as it is. Who's currently having their tournament round? Oh, who's playing right now, Flutterblade? Give me the deets. So after Raika and Akina, we have Now versus Squee, Suo versus Senka, and Kagetsu versus Quill. Yeah, and honestly, I think what they might do here, because this is gonna be episode 9, so that means that they could like speed run through those and just like have a button of off screens, and then that leaves what that leaves room for is episode 10 to be a group A fight. And then episode 11 to be a group B fight, which is Suo versus Suzune, and then 12/13 to be Akina versus Kagetsu. And then you can clean through preliminaries that way. Noir versus Bingo. Ooh, ooh. I'm wondering. I'm rooting for my boy Noir. One to pass. All right, here we go. Oh, shit. Jesus. Oh, jeez. Oh. Damn. So Sarah was not kind to you today, no dote. I'm gonna crit on top of that just cause. Oh, frick. Yeah, that felt more like a mercy kill to me. I'm not even gonna lie. That's just that's awful for my guy. Allow me to introduce myself. Rough. Rough. Tough break. We just shake it off. Tough break. It's just one of those games, my guy. The hearts that cards exist, they just have a heart of steel and iron and crap like that. Shoot. Oh man, that's one of a heck of a one to like end it off on. Just wanted this to be over with it for real. I mean, I am fading fast, so I think I am going to call the stream a little bit early here, though. So sorry that it ended off on such a weird one-sided stomp, just due to like a lopsided RNG, right? He beat my Youthberg last week, and Untap felt the bloodthirst. Oh, okay, blame me, I guess. If you guys want to blame me, blame me. I guess that's what I'm here for, right? Anyway, thank you to everyone who hopped on the stream here. I know it's a bit of a quick one, so hopefully next week we could try to like get it a little bit longer. No promises, though. Life happens, right? But we'll try for it. And with that said, if you guys are looking for stuff in the meantime, I'm going to try and upload some stuff as well, like over the course of the next week. And if potential training, potentially I might be able to do a little bit of that. Depends on how I feel. So, you know, speaking on that, if you guys are thinking about like hopping on the Discord, then definitely do that, because you might be able to catch me in some fights like offline, even if not online. So we'll see what's up with that. And with all that said,